Now Mrs. Sri put Irah's name on the list and gave her a book with pictures of all kinds of attractive flowers. The next meeting would be held in 3 months. By then Irah would have to study the book so that she know the names of the flowers that were suitable for growing in Shihejo, how to plant them and what fertilizers to use. Now what is the meaning of fertilizers? Fertilizers, substances that are spread on the land or given to plants to make plants grow well. Fertilizers, खाद जिसको आप हिंदी में बोलते हो, in Hindi we call it खाद. So fertilizers that help growing the plants well. So now Mrs. Shri, she put her name in the list and gave her the book. It was the book on flowers, how to grow flowers, what fertilizers and which kind of flowers grow well in which kind of soil. So that was the book, and she had only 3 months to read that book because next meeting will be after 3 months. So Irah did not look cheerful on her way home. Now Irah was not at all cheerful. She was not happy. Why she was not happy? We will read. How could she understand what was written in the book if she didn't even know how to read it? Now she was worried. Why she was worried? Because she was sad because she didn't know how to read. So now she didn't know how to read, and how will she read that book, and how will she come to know that which flowers should be grow in which condition, in which soil, and which fertilizers should be used. So she was very, very sad. She was very, very sad, and she was very, very you can say that in despair. That means sad. Okay, she was not looking cheerful. Now here comes the value which I was telling you, the first value, the importance of education in this lesson. Now she's saying, now the story says how she regretted having thrown away her chance to study. Now she is regretting. Regretting means she is now pachtawa, jisko you call it in Hindi, pachtawa. Regretted here, the meaning is felt sad about the mistake she has made. Now she was feeling sad about the mistake she has made, that I didn't study when there was a chance for me to study when I was small. Now what is elementary education? Elementary education is the basic education which you get. Now the kindergarten, आप start करते हो ना, nursery, kindergarten, KG, UKG, LKG, these are the part of elementary education. These are basics because यहाँ पे आपको English letter A, B, C, then formation of words, same way in Hindi. These all things are being taught. Then recognition of colors. How do you recognize colors like green, yellow, red? These things are taught to you. This is elementary education. So she said that now she is regretting, she is feeling bad that I thrown away the chance of studying when I was child. Elementary education was compulsory in her village. Elementary education was compulsory. Compulsory means it was something which you cannot avoid it. It was very, very compulsory. It was needed in her village. But a few weeks after she started school, she got typhoid fever and had to stay at home for a month. Okay, so now after a few weeks she started school, she was sick. She was down with typhoid fever. So she stayed at home for months. When she returned to school, she was already far behind other children. Now when you are sick sometimes, and when you don't attend the school, when you go, after a few days or few weeks when you go, you feel like I am far behind because teacher has completed many of the syllabus and lessons. So she returned, she realized that she is far behind. But what happened? She grew lazy. She grew lazy and used her illness as an excuse. She grew lazy and used her illness as an excuse. Bahana, jo aap karte ho, lame excuses. Sometimes, not you, everyone makes, means at point or the other. When I was also a child, I used to make lame excuses. When I have not done the homeworks, I used to make lame excuses, to be very frank. आपको frankly अगर मैं भी बताऊँ, I also studied from the same school. I also sometimes used to make lame excuses that I was not well, ma'am, I couldn't come to school, so I didn't do my homework, like that. So she took this illness as her excuse, and she grew lazy, maybe making people believe that high fever had made her unable to learn. Now she was behaving, pretending that I'm so ill, because she was lazy, I'm so ill. And then people, they started believing that no, she is actually very very means she's unwell, she uski tabiat kharab hai, she cannot learn. She spent most of the time drawing pictures and stopped attending school altogether. Now she was drawing pictures and she stopped attending school altogether. Now this part of the story, this part of the lesson shows that how Irah, she is now regretting that she's feeling bad that she didn't attend any school. Okay, she didn't attend school and elementary education. Now she doesn't know how to read and write, and she is an artist also. Now this passage also shows that she is an artist also, because she was drawing pictures. Okay, she was always interested in drawing pictures. Now many of the children, they draw pictures, they are very creative, but you should also study, because education has its own importance. education की अपनी एक importance है. आपको पढ़ना लिखना आना चाहिए. Okay, if you have interest in drawing, singing, dancing, whatever, you do that also, but education has its own importance. So now she was kind of an artist, so she always drew pictures, and she then altogether stopped attending school. That night Irah couldn't sleep. Now that night she was not able to sleep because she was sad. Her thoughts were far away in the rose plantation, because she loved flowers. So she was thinking about rose plantation. How will I plant? How will I use fertilizers, because I don't know how to read the book. So how will I plant? How will I come to know? The next morning she was tired and irritable. What does irritable means here? Becoming annoyed very easily. She was irritable that day. She was very very annoyed. She was very very angry. She was tired because she couldn't sleep last night, so she was tired. The whole family was worried. Now the whole family saw her. They were worried. Was it because she had to go all by herself? Now her father is asking himself, was it because that I told her to go for the meeting by herself? But she knew that I had to attend an important meeting to discuss the annual kite competition. Now in Shihejo, in Indonesia, among the villages, different villages, they have this annual kite competition. So there they use different kinds of kites, and in that kite they make drawings, whatever it is, their creativity. So that is annual kite competition. So best kite, the village wins. Okay, so he said that she knew that I had to attend an important meeting on the discussion of annual kite competition. The Shihejo villagers had won several prizes in the past, and as before, okay, so they were quite famous for their creative kites. As before, they expected Irah to do the illustrations. What is illustrations? Drawing the sketch on the kite. So Shihejo villagers, they have won several prizes in the kite competition, and they expected that this time Irah will do the sketching and the creative things, whatever it is on the kite should be done, that will be done by Irah.